Hey, it's Pastor Dan from Dexter Gospel Church. Thanks for watching this Proverbs Practical. Today's verse gives us one final warning about joining with people who harm others for their own benefit. We're in Proverbs 1:18 and 19, and it says, "And they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privily for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which takes away the life of the owners thereof." So verse 18 looks all the way back to verse 11. It's the same terms there, lying in wait and lurking privily. But while the people who try to trap and ambush other people think that they will profit from their victims, they're spreading that snare from the previous verse, perhaps that net for the victim, in the long run it always comes back to haunt them. They'll be destroyed by their own traps. The trap they set for someone else will catch them. The ambush they set for another will be their own defeat. Their blood will be shed, and their lives will be lost. Now, it might be tempting for the modern reader to just shrug this whole passage off as referring to highwaymen and thugs, people who mug and assault others physically to take their goods. But lest we think that this just applies to situations from Palestine 3,000 years ago, or to those that only work by violence or outright crime, notice that verse 19 applies to anyone who is motivated by greed of gain. The word for gain there can imply unjust gain, but it is not limited to violent crime. It can just be covetousness or burning desire to have more. Those who are greedy for gain, not content to work for honest wages, end up being willing to harm others to hurt themselves. They eventually become willing and even eager to prey upon others. It's their way. But they will end up losing in the long run. They were willing to kill, but they'll end up dying. Eventually, the gain that they sought ends up taking away their lives because it was done in greed, not in good faith and character. The New Testament warns about greed as well. It exhorts us to be content with godliness and then goes on to say in 1 Timothy 6, 9, and 10, "But they that will be rich fall into temptation and a snare, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows." Now, gain or money is not wrong. Gain is the lifeblood of economics. Work should be done for pay. Products should be sold for a price. But greed for gain, especially unjust gain, that is deadly. Dishonest gain is not gain. It's a ticket bought to self-destruction. It's hitting the big red button that says do not push. It's the person in the movie walking down the basement stairs when everybody knows they're going to get eaten by whatever's down there. The person seeking dishonest gain somehow thinks it's a good idea, but anyone paying attention to how life and God work knows that it is a trap. So don't live by the desire to be rich, and don't ally yourself with others who are willing to harm innocents for their own profit. I hope this video is a blessing to you. If so, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more comments from the Scriptures. We'd love to see you in the comments of this video, and we'd love to see you in person here at Dexter Gospel Church. Until next time, hope you stay well and reject greed and covetousness.